Here's your wrestling news for December 25th, 2025. Your headlines for today include WWE considering last man standing match for Royal Rumble 2026. Did Paul Heyman just hint at turning on the vision for Roman Reigns? Eddie Hall teases WWE run. Stephanie and Triple H respond. Jack Perry reflects on CM Punk fight. Hardy's future in TNA clouded by conflicting reports. Commentary teams may change again. Joe Tessitore situation complicates plans. Tony Khan breaks silence after being spotted with major ex-WWE star, and more. On January 31st, 2026, the KAFD in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia will host the Royal Rumble Premium Live event for the first time in WWE history. However, the event has already found itself in the spotlight after a viral Twitter post began circulating with what it claims to be the leaked Royal Rumble 2026 match card. The supposed leak features images listing the full lineup of matches, including winners and entrants for both Royal Rumble matches. According to the post, the alleged card reads as follows: 1. Women's Royal Rumble match. 2. The Wyatt Six, Uncle Howdy, Eric Rowan, Dexter Lumis, and Joe Gacy with Nikki Cross versus the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, Tamatanga, JC Mateo, and Talatanga with Tonga Loa. 3. Cody Rhodes, champion versus Drew McIntyre, last man standing match for the undisputed WWE Championship. 4. Men's Royal Rumble match. The second image claims to show all 30 entrants for the Women's Royal Rumble, listing Bianca Belair as the winner and Liv Morgan as the runner-up. Another image lists the alleged 30 entrants for the Men's Royal Rumble, naming Roman Reigns as the winner with Sami Zayn as the final elimination. However, despite the attention this post is getting, there's one obvious issue: it isn't real. WWE is known to keep Royal Rumble plans heavily protected, and it would be unusual for a full match card, 30-person entrant lists, and even the winners to surface this early. Many fans are also pointing out that the timing and presentation of the post feel like a cheap trick to gain traction and visibility rather than a legitimate leak. Regardless of its accuracy, the images have gone viral ahead of the PLE in Saudi Arabia and sparked plenty of speculation about what the real Royal Rumble lineup could look like on January 31st. So who do you realistically see winning the 2026 Royal Rumble? Drop your predictions in the comments. We want to hear your pick. Is Paul Heyman about to betray the vision and reunite with Roman Reigns? Heyman has fans talking after mysteriously posting an edited photo of himself holding Roman Reigns' undisputed championship, complete with the recognizable side plates. The image wasn't accompanied by any explanation, and that silence has sparked immediate speculation online. Was this meant as a simple tribute to their time together, or is Heyman hinting at something more? Given his history of subtle teases and layered storytelling, the timing feels deliberate, especially with Roman Reigns still off WWE TV. Some fans believe Heyman may be preparing to abandon the vision and return to the tribal chief. Others see it as a message to the current bloodline, a reminder that loyalty has conditions, and Heyman's loyalty has always been tied to power. Could this be the first hint that Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns are on the verge of reuniting? Or is this just Heyman stirring the pot the way only he can? What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. Could another MMA fighter be on the verge of stepping into WWE? The signs are pointing in that direction, as 2017 World's Strongest Man and emerging combat sports name Eddie Hall has strongly hinted at a move. Hall took to Facebook with a direct message, sharing a photo of himself standing with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. The caption was short and attention-grabbing: "It's about time, WWE." After dominating the strongman world, Hall transitioned into combat sports and has been building momentum. In June 2024, he gained mainstream attention after defeating the Nafati brothers in a 2-on-1 MMA fight. He followed that with a 30-second TKO victory over fellow strongman icon Mariusz Pudzianowski at KSW 2025, creating crossover buzz that WWE couldn't easily ignore. This tease comes shortly after Triple H discussed the growing crossover potential between WWE, UFC, and other combat sports on the Flagrant podcast. Under the TKO merger, he acknowledged that athletes with real combat credibility, personality, and entertainment value are more appealing than ever. His stance on future signings was simple: never say never. With WWE leaning heavily into NIL recruitment, amateur athletes, and fighters with legitimate backgrounds, Eddie Hall fits the current direction almost perfectly. While he hasn't confirmed a deal beyond the post, the photo with WWE's top power brokers, combined with that bold caption, has already sparked plenty of speculation. Would you want to see Eddie Hall in WWE, and who should he feud with if he signs? Drop your fantasy booking and predictions in the comments below. Jack Perry is now reflecting on the aftermath of his backstage fight with CM Punk at AEW All In 2023, and for the first time he's admitting that the situation, messy as it was, may have been the turning point he needed. Speaking on Close Up with Renee Paquette, Perry looked back on the Wembley Stadium incident that ultimately led to Punk's exit from AEW and forced Perry to reassess who he was both as a performer and a person. I feel like I've grown a lot from it, but I feel like the growth came from a lot of, it sounds dramatic to say pain, but it wasn't the nicest of times. It really freed me in a lot of ways. Perry explained that before All In, he carried the weight of trying to please everyone, a mindset that made public failure feel overwhelming. The pressure to live up to his dream job and the backlash that followed hit harder than he was prepared for. I was new to being on TV. This was my dream job since I was a little kid, and I wanted to do it perfectly. When I would come up short of that, it was very disappointing. And doing it in such a public way, and then there are a million people telling you you're a piece of shit or whatever, it's hard. For a while, that pressure broke him down, but as the noise continued and opinions refused to change, Perry eventually reached a realization that shifted everything. Through all that, I finally realized there are some people that are never gonna like me no matter what I do. And in a way, that was really freeing, because then I was like, I don't have to worry about that anymore. What do I want to do? More than 2 years removed from the incident, Perry's mindset is noticeably different. He's moving forward with less concern about public approval and more focus on controlling what he can, his direction, his presentation, and his growth. The chaos of All In may have damaged his reputation, but it also pushed him toward clarity he admits he needed. At this point, Jack Perry sounds more focused than ever, less interested in winning every opinion, and more committed to defining his career on his own terms. Whether that leads to a full career turnaround is still to be seen, but he's no longer carrying the weight of trying to be perfect for everyone. Do you think Jack Perry has genuinely turned a corner since the CM Punk incident? Was he in the wrong, or just caught in a no-win situation? Drop your thoughts below. We want to hear your take. Matt Hardy appeared to shut down all speculation about the Hardys' future in TNA with a single Christmas tweet, but a new update suggests things may not be as finalized as they sounded. Earlier this week, Matt addressed the growing buzz around whether he and Jeff Hardy had re-signed ahead of TNA Wrestling's January 15, 2026 AMC relaunch. His tweet made it seem like the deal was already done and settled. By the way, we've been re-signed for a while. Merry Christmas, guys. The message came across as definitive, especially after several days of uncertainty fueled by reports claiming that the Hardys hadn't officially put pen to paper. Matt's wording implied the contracts had quietly been locked in some time ago. However, a new report from Fightful Select pushes back on that idea. According to their update, sources within TNA are challenging Matt's version of events. Regarding Matt Hardy claiming that the Hardys signed new contracts a long time ago, TNA sources are adamant they're working out a new deal to be signed soon. This lines up with earlier Fightful reporting, which noted that while TNA has secured multiple short-term agreements during the company's transition, several top names, including the Hardys, were not fully locked in yet. Internally, Matt and Jeff are viewed as central pieces of the relaunch, considered roster cornerstones, and among the highest-paid talents on the lineup. Their involvement was also believed to be a good selling point in landing the new AMC television deal. So now the situation is less about interest and more about paperwork. Both sides appear to want the partnership, but the public messaging and behind-the-scenes status aren't matching up. Until signatures are finalized, the Hardys' future, at least contractually, isn't as clear-cut as Matt's tweet made it seem. WWE is kicking off 2026 with a commentary shakeup, but fans shouldn't get too comfortable with the lineup just yet. According to PW Insider, the current plan has Michael Cole and Corey Graves returning to the Monday Night Raw commentary booth beginning January 5th, while Joe Tessitore is expected to move to SmackDown alongside Wade Barrett starting January 2nd. However, WWE has not officially confirmed the move, and now there may be more changes ahead than initially expected. A new report from Fightful Select states that Tessitore's outside broadcast commitments could force WWE to adjust the booth again. Internal sources emphasize that nothing about the lineup is locked in long-term. There could be commentary changes due to Joe Tessitore finishing up college football obligations. We're told by WWE sources that Tessitore will continue to have additional obligations and commentary teams will naturally adjust when needed. Tessitore first joined the Raw desk in September 2025 to accommodate his college football scheduling, including notable matchups such as Tulane vs. Ole Miss on TNT Sports. In the months which followed, WWE quietly rotated commentary teams for the pre-taped December 19th SmackDown and December 22nd Raw, a sign the company is willing to shuffle broadcast roles whenever necessary. While the early 2026 commentary plans resemble the original booth setup from early 2025, Fightful's update makes one thing clear: the lineup isn't locked in. With Tessitore continuing to balance multiple broadcasting responsibilities, WWE may once again rotate commentators depending on scheduling demands. For now, the expectation is Cole and Graves on Raw, Tessitore and Barrett on SmackDown, but as of this moment, nothing is set in stone. At just 21 years old, Javon Evans is becoming one of WWE's most versatile young talents, and the company is proving it by sending him across every major platform. In recent weeks, Evans has been seen working in NXT, Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and even AAA, a level of trust most talents don't receive this early in their careers. During an appearance on the Battleground podcast, Evans admitted the experience still feels surreal, but it also tells him exactly how much faith WWE has in him. It's crazy, it's insane. Honestly, it's just a blessed opportunity, you know? And I feel like they trust me, you know? And I'm glad that they do. Especially, you know, me being 21, like, that's a lot of responsibility. But they trust me enough to give me all those opportunities, and they know that I can go crazy with these opportunities, and that's what I've been trying to do. When asked whether this means he's been officially called up to the main roster, Evans didn't commit to anything. Instead, he made it clear he's ready for whatever comes next. So me personally, I don't know. I'm just wherever they need me to be, you know what I mean? But look, wherever they need me, whenever it happens, I'm gonna be ready, you know? If they need me on SmackDown, they need me on Raw, they need me to stay NXT, they need me to go to AAA, hey, wherever you need me, young OG will do what he do. Straight like that. Evans' confidence, composure, and ability to adapt are a major reason WWE is keeping him in rotation across all brands. With this much trust placed on him in such a young age, it's becoming increasingly clear why fans see him as one of the company's fastest rising names. Should WWE lock Javon Evans to one show, or keep using him across every brand? And where do you want to see him full-time? NXT, Raw, or SmackDown? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from you. AEW President Tony Khan has been busy promoting the company's next major event, and his latest media stop included a familiar face for longtime WWE fans. Khan recently appeared with former WWE commentator Scott Stanford on 1010 WINS to discuss this Saturday's World's End pay-per-view. Stanford spent 15 years with WWE after joining the company in 2009, working in multiple on-air and backstage roles before officially announcing his departure earlier this year. He now serves as a morning news reporter for 1010 WINS, where the interview with Khan took place. Stanford shared a photo of their meeting on X, and Tony Khan later reposted the clip, using it to hype the start of Christmas week, a stretch he says will include 3 major AEW shows. Khan also spoke with TV Insider, providing clarity on AEW's broadcast future. He confirmed that the company's partnership with Warner Bros. Discovery is locked in for at least 2 more years, covering TNT, TBS, and HBO Max, with optimism for a longer extension. I think we have a lot of certainty and we are very excited. 2025 is the most exciting year yet for AEW, and our partnership with Warner Bros. Discovery was reimagined this year and will continue for years to come. We're locked in with TNT, TBS, and HBO Max for over 2 more years. The future is bright for us for years to come, Tony said. With World's End on the horizon and a renewed broadcast agreement in place, the next 2 years look significant for AEW's direction. As 2026 approaches, the question now becomes how Tony Khan plans to capitalize on that stability. What do you think Tony has planned for AEW in 2026? Expansion, new talent, or something completely unexpected? Let us know your thoughts. Don't miss our next video coming at 5:30 p.m. Eastern with all the latest wrestling updates. Smash that bell icon and select all notifications so you're always in the loop.